I guess I'd like to sit here and say I hope my relationship was a good relationship. But it depended on what I was teaching. My 200 level course, which was taken by either bio majors or people with optimism about applying to medical school, they really, I mean, I'm not, don't have to make this up. Everybody knows they wanted a good grade. So they were very careful to pay attention, to ask questions after class. I think I, on more than many occasions, would say, relax, and you're doing fine, and stuff like that. I don't know, I guess I wanted to think I was approachable, and I think on balance I pretty much was. I have spent the last 24 hours involved with a visiting lecturer at the university. Came here from Hopkins to give a lecture. And there was a dinner last night with younger people in the field that this man is in academically. And one of them looked familiar. And I looked at her and she looked at me and she said, yes, I was. And she had been in my 200 level course. And she then spontaneously, she didn't have to, she said that was the best course I ever took. So if she were to walk in the door, I mean, and you were asked her, she'd tell you, but it's hard for me to say that. The hardest thing to say when you're a teacher, and I would always say this to my TAs in my lab class when we would be meeting before the quarter, 3 words: I don't know. Those are very hard words for a teacher to articulate, because you walk into the room knowing with reasonable degree of accuracy that you know more about the topic than the students who are sitting there waiting to hear you talk about the topic. But you still are very aware of what you don't know about the topic. And the way most of us, and I'd like to say all of us, like to teach is opening up for questions. A puzzled expression in the middle of class should get acknowledged right then and there if it can be. But there is a measure of trepidation that question you'll get would be one to which you have to say those 3 difficult words. And you have to learn to say 4 words afterwards, but I'll find out. And then remember to do exactly that. So what do I remember about starting up teaching was being 2/3 confident that I knew what I was going to be talking about, and 1/3 worrying about the questions that very well might come that I didn't know the answers to. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'll always say it, if you're not nervous when you walk in to teach a class, that's when you ought to hang up and quit. Because I've said this to any number of faculty colleagues, and they all agree. If you don't have that spurt of adrenaline that being a nervous gives you, it isn't going to go well. So what did I learn? I learned be confident, but not overconfident. Be relaxed, but nowhere nearly very relaxed. I don't know but that was my first year, and that was my 10th year, and that was my 20th year. I really have grown up with the university and watched it for many, many years, and it's very familiar. I think very highly of it. And so having had multiple years of my own, but multiple various family experiences, the longer you know an institution, the better you know it. It's comforting. had a variety of other shorter term experiences with a lot of different places, and Chicago stacks up very well. So what does it mean to me was your question. I think it's a very good place, and I've compared it with other places, and I continue to think it's a very good place.